Everybody loves pork ribs, so today we're going to talk a little bit about smoking baby backs and spare ribs in the SmokinTex smoker. Now, I'm not going to get super involved, but I get a lot of questions on ribs about how do I remove the silver skin. What I do is basically run my fingers up under the edge right here until I get it started. Actually, it's easier to start from this end. Get it up under there. I kind of work this up, work up this end, make it so that I have it all together. And once you get it started, it's pretty straightforward. You can just kind of grab the whole thing and peel it all off, just like that. All comes off as one big long piece. And now my rib is ready to rub with my rub. I'm going to rub this rib down with a mixture of my own special recipe, and then I'm going to cook it in the smoker. So when you come back, I'll have some cooked ribs here, and we'll talk about the different ways that you can do them. Hey, we're back, and look what we have here. Are those not beautiful? Now, this is a slab of country spare ribs. What I want to talk to you about now is, I mean, everybody's got their own voodoo. Everyone has their own magic. But pretty much they all break down into one of three methods of cooking ribs. Now, I'll just tell you that I'm an East Texas boy. I like my ribs tender, I like them juicy, but I like to chew them off the bone. I know there's a lot of people out there who would prefer that when they pick the rib up, the meat's still laying on the plate. So I'm going to talk to you about three ways overall that you can do your ribs. And the way I did these ribs is a little different than I traditionally do, but I'm going to tell you about that. You can, of course, cook your ribs start to finish in the smoker. These are baby backs right here. These were cooked at 225 for about 5.5 hours, and you can see they pull back from the bone. They could be cooked start to finish in the smoker, and they'll turn out just like that. Now, this particular slab of baby backs, what I did was I smoked them for about 2.5 hours. I took them out. I made an apricot honey glaze. Okay, basically it's approximately half a cup of honey, half a cup of apricot preserves, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, a tablespoon of cornstarch, and half a teaspoon of allspice. Mix that, heat it together slowly till it starts to thicken. Slather that all over these babies, wrap them up in foil, put them back in the smoker, cook them for about another 4 hours, and as you can see, you can just take these ribs and just tear them apart. I mean, they're just falling apart. It's a big, sticky, gooey, juicy, incredibly tasting mess. Okay, now this slab, the country ribs, they take a little bit longer, and I did these at 225. I did them for about, I would say about 7 hours, and again I did the same process. I went about 3 hours, took them out, slathered them up real heavy with barbecue sauce, put them back in the full, or put them in full, wrapped them up, put them back in the smoker, and finished them for about another 5 hours. And again, you can see that they're falling apart. I mean, they're going to be hard to slice. When you start with these guys, it's just, you can see they just get hard to slice because they just fall apart. Now, the last step and the third method, and this is actually my preferred way to do these, is I don't cook them quite this tender. I cook them a little bit less. After I take them out, I sauce them up again one more time. I fire up my grill, get it nice and hot, I mean really hot, toss them on there for about 3 minutes on each side, caramelize this glaze, get them crusty and crispy on the outside. That's the way we like them in East Texas. But you try any of those three methods, and I promise you, you'll put the best rib on the plate you've ever eaten, and you'll have people coming back for more every time.